Good morning, Old Bridge residents. This is Brooke Richards-Patterson, candidate for Old Bridge Board of Education, 2025, number 1 on the ballot. I just wanted to quickly recap last night's Board of Education meeting. There really wasn't too much to share. They went into executive session to go over things for the hiring process of the superintendent. And so that actually was like about an hour of the meeting, and then the last maybe 40 was actual meeting. That I did speak at public comments, and I asked specifically about an item that was on the agenda under miscellaneous. It had shared 4 different vendors, and they were just making a motion to allow 4 different businesses / vendors to advertise at Lombardi football field. Now, if you've been to the football field, you'll see it's beautiful. We have a beautiful concession stand, probably the nicest around. The field, the turf, the track, everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. And a lot of our local sports teams do advertise and make money this way, is by having different size options for advertising. So I saw that and it got me curious, and Mr. Wydell knows very well. I have had one-on-one time with him where I have talked about certain things like this. I have emailed both him and the Board of Ed during the time of the budgeting meeting, giving my suggestions, not just on where we could potentially make cuts, but then also where we can make money. Because let's face it, the idea of cuts is nerve-wracking, I'm sure, for the faculty more than anybody. And look, let's look for ways, whether it's checking the vendors and shopping around. I've mentioned that the app that is supposed to come with the district website. Are we paying extra money for that app? Because it's useless and nobody uses it. Get rid of it and get a better price. That real time, right? I mean, $8,000 increase this year. Can we be shopping around for something better? Can we let them know we have competitors and we demand that they do better with their pricing? How about the devices? I talk about this, and I will share some of my emails. I will share how I have brought up grants, because grants sound wonderful in theory, right? But then once you have them and they run out, who's on the hook for continuing the programs those grants started paying for? Us, the taxpayer. So are we making sure that those grants are being renewed? I know that we have somebody specifically, assigned to that. Let's be a little more direct and transparent about it, because I don't really hear much about that piece of it, right? So I've talked about the vending machines. We have really bougie machines in the middle schools and the high school. How do I know this? So when my Apple Pay goes ding, 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 ding after school, because of parental controls, I'm seeing 150, 150, 150, 150. I asked, do we make a profit off of that? They're using our electric. They're using, our opportunity to make money. Yes, we do. We get 25% profit. Well, let's see if we can negotiate that profit amount and or increase the prices a little bit. Not going too crazy, obviously, for these kids, but let's make some money off of them, because they go fast. For just one kid, I can imagine I've taught to other families that have the same thing going on. So just little things. Night school. We used to do night school years ago, but who was on the hook for it? We were. So they eliminated that. Let's bring it back and charge the consumer. Let's make some money off of it. It would benefit some of our educators too, to have the option and make a little extra money for night school. Planetarium, which I'm super excited about, that we're going to bring one of our planetariums back and open to the public to make money off of. Incredible. So this was an email that I sent back to Mr. Wydell, because last night, I'll show you my public comments, I specifically asked about that item. What are we getting paid for it? And how are the vendors, how are we putting that information out to offer it? So Mr. Wydell, our business administrator, he did share that these are people that were just renewing something they already had. So we should be looking at that pricing every year. We should be offering different sizes. He immediately said he was going to send me a template, because he knows I'm always looking for ways to fundraise and get a little money coming in. And I also asked him today, in response, where is that money being allocated, which is just into general funding. So as always, he has expressed this to me. When fundraising, the person making the donation can allocate those funds to wherever they want. Otherwise, it would go into a general funding account. And again, I'm going to share this information. But what I suggested was, even if you think of a diner and you see those placemats, those are advertisers on those placemats, and they advertise local businesses within town. How about something like that for maybe a program or something at the planetarium to be another little moneymaker for local businesses? So it helps us and it helps them. And so that was a thought that he said that he would consider. So these were some things, again, I will share with you, and I will share you some of my work on trying to either be responsible as far as making cuts how I've spoken about it at meetings, and also just in dialogue, because people have asked me, what would I do? I also feel very strongly about the devices. Those were also brought in for a grant from a grant and are worth about $3 million. A lot of us already have these devices at home. It makes me uncomfortable that we're responsible for obtaining insurance for it, or that they're even brought home to my house at all. But then also, I mean, these kids don't even know cursive anymore, right? And just sitting at the computer all day long, I know that there's some hands-on, but look at all the reports about like test scores and stuff like that. I truly believe would benefit more from hands-on learning than just sitting at a computer all day long. And it's taxing. It's not good for them. Is it benefiting us financially? So I will share those thoughts because people have asked me ways to save money. I've touched on the summer school and people have perceived it, I guess, in the wrong way. I've talked about learning loss, which is entirely different. That's from when the schools shut down and the kids that were in the schools then that are still in the schools now, aside from Sandburg Middle School, have not been caught up on. I mean, truly, specifically, intentionally tested to make sure none of them need intervention from that time. I could tell you from personal experience, it took me 2 years of fighting for it. And thank God, because we finally got answers and we finally got help last year. And my little one excelled with flying colors. So I'm praying for a better school year this year. We had amazing faculty members that helped us with that. And I'm very grateful.
My name is Brooke Richards-Patterson. I just had a quick question. You guys were going over the miscellaneous, number 6. And I was just out of curiosity, honestly. I see there's like 4 different vendors that are going to be advertising at Lombardi. And I was just curious, what are we getting paid for that? And are we kind of pushing that out? Because that's obviously a great opportunity for fundraising for this district. That was it. Thank you.
I don't have the specific amount off the top of my head. A lot of these 3 actually are for whenever it was the year renewals from last year. But we have typically over the summer we send out these letters to local businesses. Perhaps moving forward, we just put a template on our website so that people can see this and any district or anyone is looking. But I will send a sample letter to you as well so that you can share out if anyone's interested.